Today I'm throwing off one of those influencer in the wild vibes because I've got people working here and I look ridiculous filming out here on my back porch, but that's what I'm doing. I wanted to talk to you guys about compensation, and not of the monetary sort. When you have a bad back and you adjust the way that you walk, or you adjust the way that you work out, or you adjust the way that you reach for a pan in your kitchen, your muscles are going to begin to compensate in ways that you aren't always aware of. And sometimes that will show up later in tight muscles and muscle pain. And I've experienced quite a bit of that with compensating for my spondylolisthesis prior to surgery, and then in my recovery, just trying to work out how to retrain my muscles and retrain my movements. So having said that, tight hamstrings and tight calf muscles and tight and sore glutes, that can all contribute to your pain levels and your varying pain levels. And so what we're gonna do today is a little bit of stretching. It's a stretching routine that I do every morning and every evening, and I did it when I was first diagnosed last year with spondylolisthesis, and I still do it now post-fusion surgery because it helps my muscles loosen up first thing in the morning and loosen up before I go to bed at night. And it helps with my quality of movement. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so join me. So I'm gonna start with a runner's lunge. One leg is out long behind me. One leg is up here by my hands. My shoulders are over my hands. My knee is staying straight above my ankle, not coming over my toes, not coming behind my heel, straight up and down. And you should feel that stretch in the long quad and the hamstring that's shortened. Okay, so we're gonna hold this stretch for 30 seconds. That's a perfect amount of time to hold a stretch. You can hold it for 20 minimum, 40, 45 maximum. If you're a little bit older, in your 60s and 70s, you can hold it even longer than 45 seconds. It's still good for you. Straight leg here, long leg behind me, knee staying over my ankle, shoulders staying over my wrists, my hands. And once we've held that for about 30 seconds, we're gonna bring this same leg that's in the front across our body. We're gonna lay our body down on top of that, like so. This is known as the yoga pigeon position, and the goal is for your glute to come as close to the mat as possible back here. Get that extra stretch. This is great for tight hip flexors. And once we've held that stretch for 30 seconds, we're gonna come back up onto all fours and lift ourselves into downward dog. We're looking for a nice calf stretch here. So what I'm gonna do is lean slightly forward and bend one knee in for that stretch on the other side. And I'm gonna hold that for 10 or 20 seconds and switch back to the other side. Just bringing those knees in for 10 or 20 seconds and swapping them around. It's a pretty common yoga move, but it gives you a nice calf stretch. One more time. Back down on all fours because we want to take care of our back. We're going to bring this other leg forward into our runner's lunge. Holding again for 30 seconds, getting that nice long stretch in our hamstring, along this quad muscle. Shoulders staying above our hands, knee staying above our ankle, back. And then when we're finished holding that, we're gonna bring this other leg across into that pigeon pose and all the way down. Now, if you're super flexible and you're feeling really good and you want some more stretch out of this move, you can reach back for that long leg and grab your foot and pull it toward you. I can't do that, but for some of you that may be possible. Again, we're trying to bring that glute down low to the mat. All right. Laying long on our back. We're going to stretch one leg out long, and we're going to bring the other leg straight up in the air, grabbing our leg around the calf and pulling towards us for a nice hamstring stretch. After we've held that, we're going to bring this same leg across and into a figure four stretch, pulling on the other thigh toward us. Great hip flexor stretch here. I will pull this even closer by holding my foot and my knee and bringing that leg in as close to my chest as I can. And you're going to do the same 2 stretches on the other side. So your left leg is going to go long, your right leg is going to go straight up, hands around your calf, and pull that leg toward you. Rest your head on the mat so your neck isn't straining. You should feel that right in here, right in that hamstring. I know my runners, I know where you are, right here. We live there and in our hip flexors. I have a tendency to call this my running stretch routine because it's really great for runners, but it's also really great for back pain. Because all these muscles, these are the muscles that are going to compensate for that back pain. They're going to work overtime and they're going to get sore. So this is a great way to stretch them out and get some relief. You're really shooting for a 30-second hold if you can. This is triangle pose. Your legs make a triangle. Right arm reaches for the sky, left arm reaches down by your ankle, touches the ground, reaching back. Nice stretch in here in your hamstring. Stretch that I like to do. I'm going to show you a little bit from the side. I take both knees and I bring them in a V toward my armpits and I stretch. And I hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. Well done. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for that stretch. We got our runner's lunge, our pigeon pose, our downward dog with calf stretch, triangle pose on our backs to pull that long leg toward our chest, and then our figure fours, and then that final hug there at the end, bringing those knees in close and hoping to feel a little bit better as we move through our day. I know I feel great because the sun is shining. We are moving into dry season here. We call it our summer. And I'm just really glad to share these tips with you, and I hope that it makes you feel better, helps you move a little bit easier. Try that stretch routine in the morning, try it in the evening. I do it both. And it has been immensely helpful for me, both prior to spondylolisthesis diagnosis, post-diagnosis, and then after my L4, L5 fusion surgery. Just helps me move better and helps me get through my exercise routines also. So take care and join us again.